Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Julia Rose and I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master. I pray this message finds you at the precise time you need it. As always, with collective messages, take what resonates with you and leave the rest for everyone else. This is going to be a divine masculine, divine feminine energy update. Quick reminder, fam, I'm offering a super summer sale all of July on my services. The prices have been marked down significantly on my website. $44 for half an hour of either a reading or Reiki, and $88 for an hour. The link to book with me is in the description box below. Divine Masculines, welcome. There might be cross watchers here as well. That's a-okay. You'll take, again, from these messages, both the masculine and feminine polarity readings, exactly what you need. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some charms for you first. There we go. Fresh off the top. So, these are beautiful. These are beautiful. Wow. Okay. I'm going to start with the two dolphins. The biggest message coming through for both counterparts is the wait is over. The wait is over. And how long have you been waiting to hear that message? The wait is over. It's all here. It's all now. It's happening right now. And I can feel the heart chakra activations in this message are going to be so targeted. The dolphins. I'm hearing playmates. For some of you here, this is going to be a echo of kind of childhood bliss, the things you used to do when you were kids, the joy, the laughter, the fun, the activity, the motion. You're setting yourself into a new flow, a new era. And everything that is included in this new lifestyle, this new timeline is here. The wait is over. We have love, love, and amour. So several of you here are bilingual, but also the person that you're connecting with also could be bilingual. Mhm. You have the dragonfly, a gift and blessing of your ancestors. And look at the beauty and the imperfection of the wings. The imbalance here, I should say, not imbalance, but asymmetry. The asymmetry is still balanced. And I feel like this is what you're starting to appreciate within your own being, within your own life, is this counterintuitive method. I'm hearing Spirit say this counterintuitive method of the way you're approaching change at this time, the way you're approaching your new life, setting up new systems for yourself, new habits that propel you forward and take you into higher perspectives. We have the hot air balloon. I'm seeing in my mind's eye there's a festival in Ohio. Um, I think it's every year of hot air balloons. Is it a hot air balloon festival? Ohio could be significant. I'm seeing 333 on the timer, so you could also be seeing 333. And then we have the cat. Again, this playful energy, playing with the ball. Some of you could be knitting or untangling things. That feels really potent here. This energy of untangling something, or seeing that something might just be a little bit matted, but it's not, that you can't work with it. That's really interesting. We have the Pegasus. Pegasus. Again, take these confirmations if they resonate with you. And we have another dolphin, and this one's playing with a ball. So I see some of you, again, this energy of getting more active, this energy of being more playful, of being more light on your feet. That's really wonderful. Oh my gosh, do we have another one? We have another one. Another flying horse. So I love that that feels like magic being reborn in your life. And this is also an energy of twin spirits. You're healing a lot of your twin flame journey at this time, deeply, because you're understanding what mirroring means to you. And I'm also feeling solar plexus activation with that. So I feel like you're moving through certain lessons right now that are challenging your confidence and your ability to trust yourself to step up into this new way of being, and trusting that your surroundings and your connections will elevate with you. You're taking initiative here. Again, we have the dog with a bone playing all of this playful energy. It's no wonder that we started with the dolphins. It's a spirit of cooperation, of lightheartedness. Um, some of you could be meeting the person of your dreams abroad, whether that's France or not. Maybe some of you have past life healing to do related to timelines where you were in France. That's significant for some of you. Maybe some of you speak French or were raised with French influences. I don't know what side that would be. Maybe I'm hearing mother's side. And then we have a camel. Hardworking, enduring, the ability to stick it out and play the long game, play the long run. I love that for you. We have another bone here. We have the dog with the bone and then the actual bone. I'm hearing your prized possession. Your prized possession. We have the deer, a doe, specifically a doe. So this is representing, again, this youthful theme, this theme of innocence. And again, lightheartedness, just this elevation of your spirit. It feels so light and refreshing. Your energy is going through such a powerful reset right now. This is really profound. And then we have a dinosaur. I don't know what kind of dinosaur, but a dinosaur. Ancient roots. Getting back in touch with your instincts and readjusting your perception of time, readjusting your understanding of time. We have, which one first, Spirit? The lotus. So again, some of you could be going deeper into your meditation practices. Some of you could be studying Zen Buddhism. Some of you could be looking for a mentor or looking for meditation classes. I see some of you working with Insight Timer for guided meditations, Andrew Seeley, Michael Seeley, not Andrew Seeley. Someone here is Andrew though. Hi, Andrew. You're in the right place. Or you know someone named Andrew. So we also have the turtle. And it's interesting to me that this is the last one that Spirit wanted me to touch on. The protection, the focus, even if you feel like you're moving very slowly. When you change your definition of time, you're starting to see, okay, well, just because you can't control the pace of things right now doesn't mean that you don't have any control over what's happening and over what you're focusing on. So I feel like you're developing a patience unlike anything you've had up to this point. And that's actually going to be very soothing for your spirit, for your anxiety, is this patience with yourself, patience with, again, healing your perception of time and your connection to time, the way it moves, the way you engage with it, the way it started before you and will continue to pass by. Getting into the cards that I pulled now, we're starting with this energy of reclaiming your power. Reclaim. That's so lovely. And again, the skull here reminding me of these um, dinosaur. Some of you could be working with the energy of fossils, whether that's petrified wood or actual fossils of organisms that lived at one point. Spirit is asking you to tap into a concept of existence that is beyond your day to day, because that's helping you remain grounded and focused on what matters to you. So we have the Hermit, the Queen of Cups. I love that. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I have 3 more cards here, but just this here is you making room for love to enter into your life and to stay. The person of your dreams to be present with you and stay. Some of you have had fleeting connections. Some of you have had fleeting hopes. Just this energy of it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. This is showing you that your mirrored work, showing up for yourself, inviting playfulness, patience, and and long-term vision past what you can conceive of normally, is helping you prepare and make decisions in terms of what action to take, what aspects of identity to shift, what faith to hold on to when things are tough. You're preparing right now. I'm hearing you're preparing your plate to receive the life of your dreams. And your perfect partner, your destined contract, is one significant portion on that plate. You know all too well the experience of losing yourself in something or someone else to the point that your life fell away. This is something that your counterpart is healing to. The balance of, okay, well, is it possible to be in a partnership, in a healthy, loving relationship, and still have the time and energy and available emotional capacity to work towards your goals and dreams? What is it that you really want? And how does love fit into that total picture? You're starting to take a grander view of your life. Yes, that connection is top priority, and so are you. So are your goals, so are your dreams, so are your desires. And that's this power that you're reclaiming. This feels like boundaries. This feels like you becoming more aware of now than ever before just how much you've been afraid to believe that you really could have everything you wanted. A stable home life, a stable romantic connection, a stable partner, a stable career, or ample time to invest your energy and creative force into whatever it is you want to create. That's not going to be a full-blown career for some of you, but for others of you, absolutely. It comes down to you allowing yourself permission to want everything that you want. We have the Five of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. It feels so much like what you're learning now is how to disconnect your past experiences from your intentions to create on a clean slate. And you've had a lot of anxiety of, okay, well, but what if it doesn't change? What if I do all of this and it's still the same stuff that happens to me? Spirit wants to remind you that you can't control life, but you are a different person. Your intentions are much different. You're more aware of yourself. Your consciousness has elevated, and so has your whole life. It's the indecision right now that's holding you back the most, because you don't trust that your decisions will pan out differently. Spirit's asking you to cut those ties, set the boundaries, draw a line in the sand. That's the past. Don't look back. Don't let any of those memories, those echoes of those timelines come back up to you and say, hey, but you know what? Maybe not. Hey, well, you really should think twice. That's what was then. It didn't work for you then, and it's not going to work for you now. So reclaim your focus, reclaim your attention, reclaim your drive. Masculine. Beautiful message so far. This is wonderful. Continuing with the cards here, Strength came out next. And I want to emphasize the 8 energy here. As above, so below. Those roots are equally as deep as the growth above the fold. I could fold this card in half and they would measure equally. You're trusting that the more you put into something, inevitably, because that's your consciousness now, because that's your intentions, you've changed your beliefs to trust that giving a lot to something means that you're going to get a lot out of something. When you remove time as a defining factor or a race against the clock, and you focus on what needs to be done, that's your strength. Your ability to focus and lay down the necessary foundation to put in the necessary work. Whether that's in a connection, whether that's in your shadow work, whether that's in your business that you're trying to build, or your creative pursuits that you're wanting to hone and sharpen, your talents, your gifts, whatever it is. You're not shying away. Spirit's telling you not to shy away from that repetitive discipline. This is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands. I just want to hold this imagery here for you a moment. Do you see the moon? Do you see the moon's energy holding this expansion, your intuition guiding you with exactly what direction, what action to take? You're learning to change the way that you talk about things so that you feel more encouraged and inspired. Everybody needs help with this, with motivation, with inspiration, with discipline. Everyone needs help with that. So you're setting up the necessary reminders, the necessary guidance to help you along. There's nothing wrong with that. It's painfully human to need that constant validation, to need that constant reassurance. Spirit's asking you to define your green light, your validation as the instruction that you receive. The guidance you receive is your instruction. The guidance you receive is your instruction. The guidance you receive is your instruction. So Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Spirit is constantly dropping these nuggets of gold into your Ace of Cups. Receive the wisdom, act on it, and let that fill your cup. Let your blessings multiply. Focus on what you need to do now. Your strength is in aligning your action with your intuition. And that's where you're going to start to see this expansion. I'm going to say that again. Your strength lies in aligning your action with your intuition. That's what's propelling you forward. You could be seeing 1111, 808, 888, 444 at this time. Interesting, this next card that came out is destruction. Destruction. You're done wasting away. Oh, well, if I'd done that. Oh, well, if they'd said this, or I could have said that, I should have done this. Well, what about what you have now? What can you do today? Because that's what's really going to change your life. Not the self-destructive attitude, but changing the past by reclaiming your present, which then changes your future. It calls your future in by reclaiming your power now, reclaiming your strength now, to act on your intuition, to act on your guidance. Because in that sense, your gut and your heart are aligned. This is powerful. We have the Emperor. Can't make it up. The Emperor. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez. The Two of Wands. The Star. And the Eight of Swords. How interesting. It's your indecision that's blocking your healing. It's your indecision that's blocking magic in your life. The confusion, the what if this, maybe, I don't know, I could do, or what about maybe there, maybe here, maybe back there. Your gut is going to become stronger the more you act on that initial instinct. Because this person is yes, spirit. This person is ready to come into your life, but they're mirroring you. The indecision, the inaction. Whatever one counterpart heals, the other is made to move through. That's why it's so important to be proactive and to understand and know with all of your faith that your counterpart is doing the work as much as you. So if you're wanting to do the work, because they'll be doing the work. If you're not doing the work, they're not doing the work. You rise together, your mirrors. Your wounds and your strengths complement each other. They're not exactly matched because you're meant to learn a lot from each other. You're meant to grow in love. And what you're doing is you're overcoming this destructive tendency of self-sabotaging, of letting the past dictate your now. The past got you to where you are, where you're sitting here listening to me or doing whatever you're doing, listening to me in this video today. Hi, thanks. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you. Welcome to our soul tribe. You have to be so fed up Because if you're wishy-washy about the change, it's gonna be wishy-washy not happening. Spirit's asking you and trying to show you, plain as day, what cannot continue. You're going to have to keep telling yourself these things because you're rewiring your entire brain stem. The neurons that fire in your mind that have become so automatic because they've fired that way for how long? Again, we're coming out of potential energy with your catalyst of spirit kicking you in the butt into your kinetic movement. It's easier to maintain that than it is to get the ball rolling. But once you do, and you keep it rolling, that is going to be easier for you than consistently, constantly having to start over and start over and start over. And in one sense, you're going to keep starting over. You're going to keep telling yourself that every day is a new day for you to do things the way that you want to get them done, for you to keep aligning yourself with the timeline that you're creating. So the Emperor is you. The Emperor is in you. That archetype, that energy of what you are wanting to embody exists within you already. It is potential energy that requires a catalyst to move into being. Spirit is going to help you take a look in the mirror to see exactly what is misaligned in order for you to heal your relationship and attachment to indecision. You're meant to be making bold choices, and you're not even letting yourself the opportunity to do so. Why? And if you don't know, ask Spirit, and Spirit will deliver you a message loud and clear. Don't delay. Because we have fate. Fate, the balance between your free will and what's been predestined. You signed up for this body, these personality traits, these gifts, but it's up to you to make the most of it. We have the Hierophant. The Two of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups. There's no right or wrong here when it comes to what you want. There's just what you want. What you actually want and what you're telling yourself you deserve or you don't really want because of whatever reasons. That's also what Spirit is healing right now. And the more you step into your vulnerable relationship with the divine source of everything, whoever you call to, the more you step into that and pray, talk yourself through, talk through to the divine what weighs on you. You have to keep wrestling with these things until it clicks for you. That's the work. Not to turn a blind eye, not to ignore it, not to run away from it because it's still chasing you, and it's probably more prominent. Spirit's asking you to just decide what you want. But then ask yourself, if you want something, why do you tell yourself then that you don't want it? What are you afraid of? And are you actually afraid in the way that you think that you're afraid? Or is it something else? Masquerading as something else. The ego is elusive like that. The mind is tricky and it doesn't like to be figured out. That's why ego deaths come so hard. The mind doesn't like to be figured out because it doesn't like to be told that it's wrong. But every time you choose conscious thought over automatic, unconscious behavior, every time you make a conscious decision, you're teaching your brain and your body that it's safe to do so. It's safe to experience new things. It's safe to step into a relationship that you really want. It's safe to create space for exactly what it is that you want. It's safe to work towards everything you desire because you cannot fail if you do not quit. It might not happen exactly how or when you expect it, but as long as you are putting in the work, everything's unfolding for you. I mean this as much with the things you're trying to grow in your life to the relationships that you have, your career, your creative gifts, your family, your garden, your hobbies, your exercise routine, your well-being, your openness and honesty about being ready to receive and hold space for partnership in your life. You have to consciously create room. You have to consciously create room. I'm going to continue this message over on Patreon. I'm going to go deeper into the masculine messages here and also discuss the bridging energy between the masculine and feminine counterparts as well as the polarities within you. Stick around for the feminine reading. I'm going to get into that right now. Feminines, I was getting so many messages for you when I was laying out your cards, or I haven't even done that yet because of how many messages are coming through for you so fast. You can note by how quickly I'm speaking that I just needed to start talking because I don't think you're understanding why certain things are not happening for you right now. And I feel like the work that you've put into things in the past has so deeply affected you because you felt completely shattered because of certain things just not being enough. You have that discipline and you have that motivation in you. It's just you've been disconnected from that. And we're going to talk about why. All right? We're going to talk about, yeah. Yes. Yes, Spirit. We're going to talk about why. I'm going to go ahead and pull some charms for you. I pulled some charms for the masculines. And here we are. That's a lot. That's a lot of charms. Okay. We're going to start with this massive open heart. You opening your heart as, oh, okay, Spirit, there are so many paradoxes here. There are so many paradoxes here. That's actually one of the cards that came out for you. But I want to talk about your open heart because the more you've been focusing on opening your heart as a spiritual discipline, it's been feeling like you're increasing the potential of exposure to heartbreak. I want to tell you that that's counterintuitive to what's actually happening. You went through so much so that your heart would soften. It's easier to reshape your heart and mold something that isn't stiff and rigid. Again, just like the masculine, we had the dragonfly. Your ancestors are with you. Your loved ones on the other side are with you. They're with you. We have this little girl. I wanted to say a doll, but it says you. No, that says love. I thought it said you, but it's also you. It's love. learning to celebrate your inner child. Look at how happy. We have the clouds in your mind falling away, fading away. We have sunglasses, which tells me that you're getting ready for a perspective shift. I'm going to go through these kind of quickly because we have a lot here. Take some of these as confirmations that you're here in the right place. Again, the cat. Intuition here. Your intuition being key, being vital and essential to you moving forward right now. We have two fairies. This feels like DreamWorks. DreamWorks, the production company. So some of you could be experiencing some nostalgia. That's huge. Then we have another fairy. This sprightly, lighthearted, beautiful, loving energy washing you with so much love. And the same cat as the masculine reading. So I know some of you are coming from the masculine reading. Amazing. You're not necessarily cross-watching. And those of you who are drawn to the feminine reading might feel like you're hearing messages for someone else that you needed to hear. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. So we have the cat, playful energy, being light on your feet. And we have slippers. This reminds me of dance shoes, ballet slippers. Maybe some of you danced as a kid or you're dancers now. You're healing your child's relationship if you're a parent to dancing or movement, or you're healing your inner child's relationship to movement. Yeah, I love this symbol. It reminds me of this quote. I used to watch Teen Wolf, don't judge me. And this was on a symbol. This was a symbol on one of their little, like a medallion, and it says, what they say, 3 things do not long remain hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So again, this energy of what goes around comes around. Cycles. I'm hearing you're healing from heartbreak. We have swans. Again, this soft, beautiful, loving energy, healing the inner child, healing your relationship within your own manifestations of your parental figures, internal family systems. We have the sewing machine, stitching things together, piece by piece. Wisdom with the owl. Maybe you're connecting with the goddess Athena. We have the elephant. Oh, beautiful, with a flower there. Maybe some of you are connecting with Lord Ganesh. Again, wisdom, intuition. Playfulness again, with the dolphin here, being light on your feet. Moving out of a heavy, slower, sad energy and into lightheartedness, playfulness, ease. We have the star, so deep healing, deep, deep, deep healing. The soccer ball, maybe you're healing your relationship to sports. Maybe soccer specifically resonates with you. Or you're going to a soccer game, you've been to a soccer game, something about a soccer game. And then, of course, I love to see it, the dragon spirits. The dragon spirits here to protect you and nurture you and help you through this phase. Lean on your guides. Lean on your guides. So I feel like some of you have been so hurt in the past that you couldn't see all of the moments where you were doing things that you enjoyed, where you were learning and your discipline was paying off, because disproportionately your mind seeks the more negatively impactful things. That's just the way the human brain evolved as a protective mechanism. Couldn't even say it because at this state of consciousness, these things are working against you more than they're working for you. So The more you're understanding your mind, the more you're able to recognize, okay, well, you know what? That's a human thing. That's not just a me thing. You're starting to see the way through. Leaning on your spirit team, leaning on your guides to push you through to be exactly where you need to be. Spirit's giving me this analogy of studying something that you really enjoyed, that you wish you would have given more of yourself to, but you walked away from it for whatever reason, and it really hurt you to do that. It really wounded the part of you that loves whatever that was. I think this is probably one of the deeper phases of accountability that you're ever going to move through in your life. Recognizing all the ways that you have hurt you with the decisions that you've made. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to say you're the bad guy. I just mean your inner child. Some of these desires that are manifesting as opportunities right now that you've coveted for quite a long time. You're having a hard time saying yes because you're feeling the echoes of your past self-betrayal. And so this opening of your heart, I was saying in the masculine message, the heart chakra activations are wild right now. As you're starting to experience these openings of your spirit, these openings of your heart. It's showing you where you've let yourself down. And in the past, unconsciously, because you haven't wanted to see those moments, you haven't been able to say, okay, you know what? I made that choice and I have to live with that. You're using that as a sentencing, as a punishment, instead of a reason to do something differently this time. You have the power to give yourself a fighting chance in this new beginning. You have the power to give yourself a fighting chance in this new beginning. It requires you to let go of the spaces in time, the places where you betrayed yourself. Go back to those moments where you are actually fulfilling your heart's desires and ask yourself, this is making me so emotional, wow. Why did I give this up? Why did I walk away? Why did you give it up? Why did you walk away? Was that a permanent exit? Was it permanent? Does it need to be permanent? Did it hurt so much to walk away even though it was the right thing to do that you don't want to hurt yourself like that again by entertaining the possibility where that could happen again? I think where some of you are seeing this, oh, I'm gonna cry so hard. Please, no, spirit. For some of you, this is about how hard it is to not be in connection with your person, your counterpart. The lifetimes of coming and going and coming and going. Or maybe it's the past lives you've lived in this one of becoming so immersed and so in love with people that you had to walk away from, even though it hurt you, even though it was the right thing to do. Some of you are afraid of carrying that wound forward. Leave the past in the past, because your person loves you the way that you're learning to love yourself. Probably more, actually. Probably more. And because you have always been the one that has given and given and given and given and given, you genuinely cannot even believe, you genuinely cannot even fathom that you could be on the receiving end of that. The more you appreciate that that reality exists in you as you give yourself these fighting chances at being with who you love, at doing what you love, life is going to take chances on you. Be free. Free your heart. Free your passion. Free your heart. Open your heart. Let go of the pain of the past. Let go of the pain of self-betrayal. Let go of the pain of, I should have seen that. I should have done this. I should have known better. Because you didn't know better. You had to learn better so you could know better now. This weight that you put on yourself hurts. It hurts. Let it go. See it for what it is. You making these changes, you making these choices to learn how to love yourself. See it for what it is. See it for what it is. Wow. Spirit's having me pull these one row at a time. I already got the oracle cards because that already just sent me on a whole download for you. But we need to take this one step at a time. You need to be focused on each leg of the race, not the marathon. Be focused on each leg of the race, not the marathon. Because you're seeing the far off, distant future and missing everything that's right in front of you. When you're so focused on what doesn't exist yet, you don't see how you can work towards it now. It's just, well, it's never going to happen because it's all the way out there. But if you're seeing that, if you're picking up on something that's out there for you, through resonance, through desire, through passion, through inspiration and excitement, that means that you have everything here around you that you could possibly need to get to that. That's going to bring you the same excitement as that thing. The Emperor. The Seven of Swords. The King of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. And the Fool. I'm just seeing you've kissed, Spirit's just like you've kissed so many toads. You've kissed so many toads. And you're starting to believe that that's just... No, 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 no. I don't even say... It's not even that you're believing it. It's just that part of you is afraid. As much as your heart believes that things are different now, your mind is so scared of the pain that you'll have to go through again if it's not that. Some of you didn't realize just how much you were waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're so much braver than you think. You're so much braver than you think. You take so many chances. You've been so used to people being dishonest with you, where there was the illusion of stability. It was instead a fantasy. Again, with this, I'm seeing rose-colored glasses. We had the glasses before. It feels like so many times you've had hope. So many times you've had inspiration and motivation, and every single one of those times something happened that feels like it broke you. You're not broken. You went through a difficult lesson, a difficult, painful life experience that you have recovered from. The echoes of that are going to be there because that's just the way the human body works. So when you come into deeper self-care, deeper self-love, and continue, against all odds, to continue taking risks, saying yes to your life, saying yes to what you want, you're showing yourself that it's safe to try again. And that things will be different this time. Again, your consciousness is not where it was. Your life is not where it was. Your beliefs are different. Your values are different. Some of you have been through so much wounding that you haven't been able, really, to believe in a long-term vision with someone. Spirit had to yank back the curtain quickly for you to see, oh, this is not it. Gotta go. You had to move through these things and be disillusioned quickly. Because Spirit needed you to see that you are not anywhere near where you're supposed to be. And you needed to be there to see that. That you want different things. That you need different intentions. Different reasons. A different why. And I feel like it's like, I'm just hearing back to the drawing board. You've been back to the drawing board so many times that your mind is tired. I don't think your heart is tired. I think your heart hopes against all hope. Hopes against all odds that things are going to be different. But your mind is sneaky and it likes to get in the way. So, let's talk about it. We come to paradox. With the Queen of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, what an interesting way to follow up that last lineup, no? And to clarify paradox. It's like you're understanding the relationship and the balance between truth yielding happiness and happiness creating truth. That you can trust your desires, you can trust your passion to build something. I'm gonna cry so hard. You need to literally feel this, okay? You literally need to feel this, because I'm not usually moved so much in one reading that I'm like trying to bawl for you. Okay? You need to book a reading with me. If this is resonating with you, you need to book a reading with me so we can talk about this and Spirit can give you step by step exactly what you need to hear as to how to move forward. The link's in the description box below. Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. You haven't had a belief that your passions could yield happy endings. Life happens. But against all odds, when you remain connected to that gratitude and that faith, how could it not become everything you want? With a little bit of this here and a little bit of that there. You're different. Maybe your passions and your desires are still the same, but you are different. You are more yourself than you've ever been. And that's something to celebrate. That's the new foundation for your leaps of faith. Not trying to figure out who you are, but knowing now who you are. That you can be yourself and have what you want. That you can be yourself and do what you want. That you can be yourself and have the partner, and have the career, and have the family, and have the home. Have the car, have the pet, have the garden. Have the freedom to travel. being less than yourself, you didn't think you were enough. But now that you are yourself, you're wondering, well, is that enough now? Why not? Your values have changed. Your faith has evolved. So have your dreams. How could it not be possible? How could it not be possible? You have so much talent. You have so much passion and ability. 1010 is such a loud message for you here. You can't even make this up. You can't even make this up. You can't even make this up. I just pulled the next row. We have boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Some of these walls that you've built are preventing you from creating the life that you want. Do you see how different the energies of these are? Five of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, two aces here, and the Fool. And what? The freaking Empress. Five of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Empress. You've set so many boundaries that you don't actually see how amazing you are. Because you've been around people who haven't valued you because you haven't valued, see, I can't even say it, valued yourself that way. This is all about the way you're perceiving your own value and your own worth. When you couldn't value yourself, there was no way that you could stick with things long enough for them to pan out in your favor. And now that you value yourself, that you know who you are, and you're starting to love yourself more and more every day, every moment that passes, how could things not work out? Again, simple doesn't mean easy. Moving out of this, use this kind of frantic energy to say, I have to get something done. Well, what is it, Spirit? What is it, body, that you're telling me that I need to do that I have been ignoring? Could be cleaning up your space. Could be rearranging things, keeping the energy fresh. Could be sitting down and writing that book. It could be connecting with the Lord, whoever you call to. It could be connecting to God, to Goddess, the creator, the source of all things. What is it that you know that you have been avoiding? Who decides what's good enough? For you. You. You do. These lessons have been to show you where you haven't been evaluating yourself properly. No, maybe you haven't accomplished everything that you want to. That doesn't mean you're less worthy of receiving what it is that you want. It doesn't mean that these opportunities that are finding you to expand and grow aren't for you because you haven't already made something of yourself yet, or you're not where you want to be. These opportunities come so you can put in the work to being that person, to prove to yourself in the small moments that you value what matters to you, that you value yourself enough to show yourself that you want to work towards these things that you love, that you want to pour into these relationships you love. That fear has many names and many faces, many urges that are destructive. But because you're setting boundaries with your fear, with irrationality, you're starting to see more clearly who you are, what you're worth, and what you deserve. Reflect. Seeing yourself differently. You have 3 aces here. 444, 345, 333, 1010, 1212, and 1111. 111. This is unbelievable. 4 of Pentacles. Judgment. The 8 of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. What if everything that you wanted was possible? What if it was possible? What if success is inevitable? What if your dreams are absolutely real? What if you gave yourself a fighting chance instead of a fighting problem? You're being called to your next timeline. Are you ready? Are you ready for what's next? I'm going to continue this message over on Patreon. The link is in the description box below, where I'll be diving into more of the feminine energy here, the feminine counterpart, as well as the polarity, and also diving into the mirroring energy of how this is being manifested in the masculine counterpart and in the masculine polarity. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, drop a 4-leaf clover. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date as to when I go live and when I post videos. I go live a few times a week, and I'm uploading all the time. Okay? If you want to join me on Patreon for the extended version, the link is in the description box below, and I'll see you soon. Welcome to our soul family. Till the next one.